Okay, minor. Such a minor delay. I swear it's going to be worth it. We are back. It's me again, your girl Jacqueline from Rotten Tomatoes. I am, again, very excited for this conversation. I know that I say this, but one, it's a Saturday, and this one's really special because these folks are literally just moments after their Comic-Con panel for Ghostbusters Afterlife. And so I'm really, really excited and happy that they're going to join us here today. So without further ado, let me see if I can grab Celeste O'Connor and Finn Wolfhard, the stars of Ghostbusters Afterlife. I see Celeste. They are with Celeste, maybe. I'm seeing you there.
Hello.
Yay! Hi. Oh,
Hey.
there we are. Okay, so I can see Finn.
Yeah,
But
hold
I
on.
can't
Celeste
see-
is here. We're just kind of we're setting up the camera right
No, it's great.
now. Hey.
Wow, this is like so weird. I feel like I just saw y'all.
Yeah,
I know. So first of all, thank you for joining us. This is going to be way fun because like IG lives, I feel are really fun for the fact that we can sort of just like chill and have fun with it, and it's not as formal as a press junket. And first of all, I'm going to start with this. I just watched the Comic-Con panel. How nuts is that? Finn, I know you've done this before, but Celeste, what was that like? First of all, that many people in the middle of a pandemic, first of all.
That was crazy. Yeah.
No, I know. I literally walked onto the. It was the first time I did anything like that. I'd never been to Comic-Con before, and I like walked onto the stage, and I looked out, and I was like, "Oh, like there's literally 3,000 people here."
Yeah. Oh, I'd never
Very
been
cool.
like done Comic-Con stuff before, like nothing like that before. Like that was like
It was
we did a
huge
surprise screening, and like people were crying. It was like really emotional and crazy. And like
Yeah.
like amazing. Yeah, but it was
I-
great.
I was just going to say, yeah, you guys surprised the crowd by letting them see the full movie, which none of them expected that they were going to do, which I know just made them all lose it because the trailer, like it's weird because this movie paused for a long time before you guys got a chance to get it to theaters. Like when I was looking at the film and then interviewing you guys, I was like, well, first of all, Logan is like 10 years older.
Yeah.
And
Literally,
like,
guys,
McKenna
the best voice ever.
doesn't even look like herself anymore. But one thing is you guys got to really experience the trailer reaction. And I just want to know, like, where were you when you first saw it? Like, what was like the moment when you're like, oh, this is not just what we think it's going to be. This is going to be even bigger because that trailer was so much. And I'll start with you, Finn. Yeah, when the trailer dropped, and I'm sure you're just getting like DMs and people like going nuts about it.
When I first realized it was like gonna be big.
No, the trailer, specifically
Oh.
the trailer launch, like when it like hit the internet and just like
Right.
the memes and
Yeah,
everything
I don't
like
know.
that.
It did great. I don't know. Like it was pretty.
Did anybody hit you up afterwards to be like, "Hey, dude, this is cool"? Like I can imagine. you know?
Yeah.
Definitely,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
I think people. It was like that's what was amazing is like you shoot a movie and we shot it like 2 years ago, and like when the trailer comes out, that's like the testament, and like it has to be a good trailer. And thank God Jason cut together an amazing trailer in Sony, but sometimes you can have like really bad trailers. And yeah, no, I was just, it's one of those things like we knew that it was really special, but like it was like the first time that we could actually share with people that like it was really, really good. So that was a cool feeling.
And the most recent trailer was like the first time I had seen any of the like the special effects or anything. So I like before it was just kind of like the like cutting around the like the proton blasts and the explosions and the ghosts and everything, and so like seeing the special effects and things like actually done and put together, I was like, oh my god, this is so sick. Like,
Yeah, I saw you reacted to the trailer from one of your things, which I thought was absolutely crazy. And the other thing that happened with the trailer is the internet then like freezes every frame to try and dissect every little thing that's in there. Not just like the big ones, but like the little ones. But not to give too much away, I've seen the movie. There's a lot of really fun props in this movie. Like the prop love in this movie, the physical prop love in this movie is pretty incredible. So Celeste, I'll start with you. What was the coolest prop you got to kind of see? Because like there's sets. I don't want to say what they are, but there are sets where there's a lot of stuff going on, or something that you got to maybe handle. What was your favorite prop? or somebody else handled?
Getting to see the proton pack was really, really cool because it was really intricate, really detailed. And there was actually two different ones. There was like the proton pack that was lighter for like people to carry, and then there was like the real like legit one made out of like metal or something, and it was like really heavy. But yeah, no, it was so cool, so detailed. It was like intricate.
Yeah.
Really what was your favorite prop, Finn?
I mean the car.
Yeah.
Is that
I was gonna say, I hope you're gonna say the car because you got to drive the car.
I guess that kind of counts as a prop. But yeah, it was awesome. That was really cool.
Did they let you physically drive it? Like, did you get to physically move?
Like 2 feet, literally 2 feet.
Really?
Literally 2 feet. Yeah. The rest
were they
of the
very protective of it when you got in it? Like, you can't touch this. So what did they say?
Yeah, no, it was like souped up. It was like made for a race car driver, which I'm not that. So they mostly use stunt drivers and stuff. But there's like, I don't know. I was in the car a lot, doing lots of fake driving. There's actually, it's funny. They were literally like, there was like a stunt guy. Like when there's a scene like where we're like kind of creeping around the neighborhood and stuff, and I'm like driving, and there's like a stunt guy like where my feet are to press the brake and the gas. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Like, I can absolutely do this. So there's like a scene where we're like driving a lot, and so it's like it is technically me driving because I'm steering.
Yeah.
But no one would let me do anything. So
I would have begged. I would have been like, come on, like just like let me take it around the block.
Dan Aykroyd, when he came on, said he was like, why haven't you driven the car yet? And I was like, what? He's like, just take it around the block a few times. Like, that doesn't work like that. Yeah,
not quite.
Everyone would definitely.
Yeah. I will say this. The film has like this air of secrecy around it to begin with, but I was surprised to learn that there was like a super secret casting. Like you guys didn't even know what you were going up for. Like both of you sent in auditions and didn't know. So tell me about that. What did they tell you going into it that you were going to get to? Like, did you know, like you knew it was a movie about a family, right? Celeste, I'll start with you.
Yeah, no, I think we had kind of different processes, but like I got this audition, just like a mysterious email in my inbox that was like untitled Sony project, role of teen girl, description, she's a girl, like super mysterious. Like,
go from there, she's a girl.
Yeah. Go. So yeah, I didn't find out that it was Ghostbusters until I was at the chemistry read, and I was like, oh shit, I'm really in this bit. I'm really in here.
Oh wow. Wow, like you were sitting with like other people and they're like, okay, this is it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm here.
What about you, Finn? I guess you knew a little bit before that, maybe?
I knew like tiny bit. Like I knew like it was like untitled Jason Reitman project, and then it was like it's secretive, and I was like, okay, why is it so secretive? I didn't like specifically know it was Ghostbusters, but I was like, this could be something. It has to be something big, or else it wouldn't be what's called. But it was like, role for brother. It was like older brother, and it was a 2-page scene. And then
it was literally just a tiny scene.
It was tiny. And then I did that, and then like got a call from my agent that was like, yeah, okay, so listen, like so Jason Reitman really liked your tape, and like the movie is Ghostbusters. And I was like, okay. And he's like, and he's doing a table read for it in LA at his house, and he wants you to come read the script like with a bunch of people. And I was like, okay. So I flew to LA, and you weren't cast at that point yet. But so Jason was using all of his friends to like read all of the other parts, but the only people there were me and Carrie Coon, who ended up being in the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I was like, okay, if Carrie's here and Carrie's already been cast, then maybe Jason just wants to see if I can like do well with Carrie.
Yeah.
And then we did it, and then kind of it was like I had no idea if I'd gotten the part or not. Like I was like, okay, that was cool. Like, is this movie being made? Like I had no idea what's going on. Is this like a fan thing? Like I had no idea.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, go ahead.
No, and then it ended up working out. And then it was great. I got to like do chemistry reads with Celeste, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and I think you said like on the panel yesterday, I don't know why you would think this, because I think it would be a bonus, but you thought that maybe some of the fact that you had done similar things like Like the fact that they were even thinking of you this.
Totally.
Because of, yeah.
No,
and
I was like, okay, but I already wore the suit in Stranger Things. Are they gonna think that's like? Are they gonna think I'm like a gimmick?
Yeah.
Like, are they gonna
yeah.
you know? And so I was like in my head, I was like, okay, Jason probably is gonna not be super stoked. And then we got along and we're giant collab. Like he just is such a collaborator with everyone, and like became really close with him. So
you and Jason are besties.
Yeah,
it's really cute. That's like an underrated friendship right there.
Yeah.
Well, I was literally just about to ask him about that because I didn't know this. I didn't know that you had directed stuff since like Stranger Things had started, and so I was just curious if there was something specifically watching Jason as the director that you picked up on because he's also a director's kid. So I feel like there's like a different take to that.
He like told me to direct my short film basically. Like
yes,
he was like,
you were there.
That. He was like I like walked in and I was like, hey dude, like what do you think of this idea? And I pitched him this for a short. I was like, because he knew I wanted to direct, so I was like, well, can I pitch you this? So I pitched him this short idea, and it was like super long and like weird and expensive. And like, what are you doing? And I was like, what? He's like, you can make a short, like you know how to talk to people. Just make a short about two people talking to each other. And then I immediately wrote my short, like literally, I went home and I wrote the short, and then I made it that following winter, so he was like, he's huge. I mean, he's also like he's the best collaborator when it comes to actor. Like he just is so he knows exactly how to. I don't know. He's great. He's great.
I mean, Celeste, I was going to ask you because there's a different, like, let's just be honest with Lucky as a character. In this universe, it's always been a cast that it's not as if it's been a homogenous cast, but I feel like Lucky definitely shows a different aspect that we haven't seen before. I mean, we've never even seen, I think, a Black woman taking this lead in this universe. And I just loved how she was her own character and it wasn't about that, but she was so authentically herself. I'm just curious if you had any conversations about Jason about how to bring her into this, but also stay true to who she was.
Oh yeah, totally. There was like a scene where I was like, all right, Jason, I don't think a 15-year-old Black girl would say this. But I have some other ideas. You remember that?
Yeah, dude, it was so funny. Like me and Jay, in rehearsals, like me, Jason, and Celeste would go through the scenes, and he'd be like, "This is what makes like the whole thing and why we had so much fun is because Jason was like, okay, like what do you think I should cut? Like what do you think should be good?" And Celeste is like, okay, here and here and here. Like, why would I say that? And Jason was like, oh, really? And Celeste was like,
and I explained
never,
it a little bit.
like never. I would never, ever, no one would ever. And it was so funny. And he was like, oh my God, you're so right. And Jason like went back and rewrote the whole thing, and it was totally fun.
Yeah, no,
it was fun.
But you were talking about like collaboration. Like he really collaborated with us because I was like, hey bestie, like this is just not it. And he was like, good to know. I appreciate your input, and that is making the movie better. And I don't know, it was cool. It just like made me feel more like an important like member of telling the story, and like the fact that I could like bring her to life and make sure she felt like authentic and real, you know.
Yeah. I will say my little note that I particularly picked in on was in a certain moment, Lucky's hair has been through some things, and it did look like a Black woman's hair who had been through some things. And I was like, that was
yes.
I was like, that was the conversation. Nobody knows that unless you've woken up with your hair like that. Somebody has to like be like, no, this is how it looks when that happens, and this is how it looks when this happens. So I appreciated that.
I've woken up many a time with my hair like that, so I was like,
I will let folks see when that scene is, but you'll know when you see it because sister has her hair laid for like the whole show, and then that moment is going through some stuff. The next thing I was gonna say too is the cast that surrounds you guys that we can talk about. Like, first of all, I just feel like Paul Rudd was probably the biggest kid on set, considering how many child actors was there, and that's surprising. But just talking to him, he seemed just as stoked and excited as he would have been if he was 8 and they said you could be in a Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, totally. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
So yeah, then talk about working with him, because again, this dude's like an Avenger. You would think he's like past it, but he's still
It's so funny. He's like the least, like, it's because like I feel like his Avenger, like he's Ant-Man, and Ant-Man's like kind of the comedic, like kind of doesn't really know why he's a superhero kind of thing, and that's like totally telling of like who Paul is kind of. He's great. He's the best.
No, I mean literally.
I mean, he's like so quick. He like really adds crazy dynamic to the scene. Like the scene, like if there's a scene that like needs like if all of us are kind of like down or whatever, like he just by being there picks us back up. He's like an absolute genius. He'll like improvise, but not dude, there was a scene where he would do something different every time and it would make me laugh so hard.
Every time.
And Jason was like, Finn, why are you laughing so hard? And like, I can't explain it to you. Like, it's just his face. Like, Paul, your face. Stop. Like, turn around. Paul had to turn around so that he wouldn't make me laugh.
I like that. I really like that. Well,
he's the best. We had a lot of fun with him.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you guys definitely had fun, which I imagine you probably have to do. So I just have to talk about some practicality because this is also from the trailer. This is what's hard with these interviews is I'm really trying to keep this spoiler free as much as possible.
Yeah,
the internet is like full of spoilers, but the town, you can tell that this is taking place in a very small town. And I'm just curious, like, first of all, that, like, it looks like it's out in the middle of nowhere. Was that like a real town that they built out in the middle of nowhere, or was this a town that they sort of transformed? Celeste, I'll start with you. Yeah,
no, we found this town for sure in the middle of nowhere, and then also transformed it. So both, but it was actually like really fun being, and the town is called Drumheller. It was like really fun.
Yeah, it's known for like all of its dinosaur stuff. Like
it was
it's
like dinosaur attraction.
Yeah, it's
really?
like dinosaur. Yeah, it's like the dinosaur capital of Canada or whatever. Yeah. So there's like a dinosaur museum, and they constantly find fossils there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was like there, and then like we shot in this place called like the Muncher Chase in the trailer that you see where we're like chasing around that ghost. Yep. That's in like this place called Fort McLeod. It's like just like nowhere in Calgary kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, nowhere Alberta.
Yeah.
And so it was like a combination between that and then like studio stuff, like inside. Yeah. A lot of it was like inside.
Yeah, no, I get it. You still got to make a movie. All right, We're almost running out of time, but since we're on an IG Live, we do these very regularly, and we ask everyone this because obviously I'm sitting here and you guys are, I'm guessing, in New York, and so we're not at a junket like we would be close to each other, but I have a feeling you guys have had a little bit of extra time in the pandemic to watch some stuff. So I'm asking everybody for what they may have been watching that they want to let folks know about, or reading or listening to, whatever. But Celeste, what you got?
Oh, I have been watching Squid Game, obviously. The best show.
I'm on episode 6.
Okay, so
it's
no
so
spoiler.
Crazy, dude.
It's so
good.
So good. I'm obsessed with that cast too. I followed everybody on Instagram. I'm just like now.
Dude, they're all so the most beautiful people. Like,
no, I know,
and
they're like
are.
really cool. I'm like following their journeys now.
Yeah.
Well, one girl, I think she got like 18 million followers in like a day or like a week or something nuts like that. No, Squid Game is definitely the one, and now the #1 costume for October.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like now Squid Game just came out, is now literally the #1 searched Halloween costume.
I'm gonna go with Squid.
I was just gonna say that
from Squid Game. There is
I'm gonna take you go as Squid and I'll go as Uno.
Oh, Squid Game.
All right, I'm gonna see really quickly if there's any fan questions. But while I do that, like legit though, I will listen to any costume ideas that you guys are percolating. I'm going as one of the girls from Bridgerton. I really want to do that one. Yeah, like I like Regency things. I don't think we have any questions. We don't have any questions. But if you guys have anything else that y'all are planning for Halloween time, then I'll start with you. Or can you even go out on Halloween? I imagine that's probably a difficult problem.
Yeah, I don't know I mean, there's no trick-or-treating involved, but...
No, not trick-or-treating, but like literally just trying to walk down the street on that day would probably be difficult.
It depends on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I was thinking of going as Edward Scissorhands. Cause like,
that's cute.
You could do that very well. That is
my friend Billy and I were going as he's going as Ed Wood. He's like going as 90s Johnny Depp's kind of.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, that's a good idea. And I would say, Celeste, if there's the thought in your head for coffee, your hair right now looks like it came off the coffee poster. And I say this as someone that has been impersonating Pam Grier since I was 16. I mean,
that's Such a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna steal that. Thank you very much.
You should. Tag Rotten Tomatoes on Instagram. Y'all were great.
Yes.
Seriously, this was a ton of fun.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for taking the time. And everyone, check out Ghostbusters Afterlife when it hits theaters later this year. Thank y'all so much.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Y'all have to click yourself out.
Yeah.
Click you out. Yeah. Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank y'all so much for tuning in on a Saturday. Really, really appreciate it. It was so much fun talking to Celeste and Finn. Again, folks, Ghostbusters Afterlife hits theaters this November. You can check out their Comic-Con panel. It's been posted up online. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. We have a ton of Instagram Lives coming up in the next few weeks. We're going to be talking to Anthony Michael Hall. We're going to be talking to some of the folks behind the new Wu-Tang Clan TV show. So please tune in, and we will see y'all next time. You can find me anywhere on the internet at that Jacqueline, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.